News update: 774 local governments have received signature bonus from the federal government. Local governments now have money directly. Money has been sent from the federal government to the local government. So go and hold your chairmen accountable. Let them fix all the roads in your local government. Money dey their hand. They don't send money from federal government to local government. 774 all over Nigeria. All local government don't collect signature bonus. I told you the last time that January, the federal government will be paying allocations directly to the local government. This is happening under Tinubu's administration. We know that Tinubu is tagged to be top 3 most corrupt presidents in the whole world. Top 3 most corrupt presidents in the whole world. But he wants to restructure Nigeria. We say politics, no permanent friends, not permanent enemies, but permanent interests. The South needs restructuring. I don't know about the North. I don't know about the Hausa or the Middle Belt. The southern part of Nigeria wants restructuring. If the most corrupt president in the whole world, top 3 most corrupt president in the whole world, can bring that restructuring home, then we are in for it. Tinubu has shown that he wants to take the bull by the horn and restructure Nigeria. I am telling you, note, I am not a supporter of the APC. I don't think APC can give dividends of democracy to the people. But if Tinubu can play the dirty game with the Fulani of restructuring Nigeria, then that interest will all fight together. The South will fight together, come together to achieve that interest. The North is reacting to the development, to the restructuring, especially with the aviation sector, establishing colleges of education in 6 geopolitical zones. I have seen reactions from the North, but that is not our focal point this morning. Let's talk about the Alaafin of Oyo, the controversy surrounding the Alaafin of Oyo. We have made it clear that tradition comes before religion. Let's take note of that. You are first a human being, then you are either a Yoruba, Hausa or Igbo before you are a Christian or Muslim. So those that are putting religion ahead of tradition, they are trying to push an agenda, and this is synonymous with the Fulani. Now we have an issue with the newly appointed Alaafin of Oyo, and they are making it a religious matter, especially these Islamic fundamentalists in the southwest. They are making it a religious matter. Remember how they tried bringing Sharia through the back door. This same Oyo Ibadan, they tried bringing Sharia. After they failed, you heard when the governor of Oyo State, Makinde, said that he got intelligence report that some terrorists were closer to the hotel he lodged. A governor raising an alarm, chief security officer raising an alarm. The newly appointed Alaafin of Oyo is said to be a Christian, and the Islamic fundamentalists are very, very angry that a Christian has been appointed to become the Alaafin of Oyo. Let us read this report. The headline: Yoruba Muslims kick as Makinde appoints yet another radical Christian Pentecostal as Alaafin of Oyo. Look at the statement used. This is shared by one Abdul Kui Olalekan. He is an Islamic fundamentalist, Islamic expert. Yoruba Muslims under the aegis of Yoruba Muslims for Freedom has condemned Seyi Makinde's Christianization agenda in a press release made available to newsmen. The spokesman of YMF, Mr. Lateef Akinwale, uncovered the agenda of replacing all Muslim Yoruba monarchs with RCCG Pentecostal Christians. The spokesman gave a list of 25 monarchs to show the trend. He said the last 25 Muslim monarchs that died on throne were all replaced by RCCG radical Pentecostal Christians. This is an allegation from, they call them Yoruba Muslims for Freedom. Muslims have been marginalized in Yoruba land for too long. We can no longer remain silent in the face of this shameless oppression. marginalization, and denial of our rights to freedom of worship. We reject the forceful Christianization of Muslims by denying them jobs, scholarships, and political appointments unless they convert. Yoruba Muslims make 70% of the population of the Southwest. That is what the perception of an average Islamic fundamentalist in the Southeast. Say Yoruba Muslim make 70% of the population of the Southwest. But as we speak, there is no single Yoruba Muslim as governor. 5 of the 6 deputy governors are Christians. 80% of ministers are Christians. 92% of state commissioners are Christians. We cannot accept this arrangement, he added. When you look at it closely, they are trying to bring in crisis, clashes, or wara, confusion in the Southwest. And they are looking at ways whereby it can affect Tinubu's government. There is peace in the Southwest until these people carry their wahala come. You're looking for ways to permeate, infiltrate the Southwest. We saw the Lekki banner. They started with Lekki banner and some other banner. I think it is in Ekiti somewhere, another mosque. They were trying to test the waters to stir up grounds. They know that religion is an issue. If they are going to infiltrate the Southwest, they will not use tribe, because I've said it one time like that the problem we have in Nigeria is religion and tribe. Religion and tribe. That is what politicians use to cause trouble. So what is happening in the Southwest? They are using religion to bring trouble, always caused by very few of these fundamentalists, not all Muslims. Some of these guys, they look like people that are being sponsored. The way they are moving, I don't know whether anybody has a problem, whether the Alaafin of Oyo is a Christian or Muslim. But why bring up the issue of religion when you talk about appointments? If it's a Yoruba person, it is a Yoruba person. A Yoruba person in a family, you can see different tribes, and they are okay with that. If it's Christian today and Muslim tomorrow, nobody's going to complain. But you can see the statistics these people are putting out, and when you look at it deeply, you know that they are trying to stir up trouble in the Southwest. They're trying to pitch brother against brother in the Southwest. And these few people that are doing it, they are consistently supporting Islamic fundamentalism. Why always some people, you see the progress going on in the Southwest, you just want to look for a way to destroy things. Somebody, I said the person's name is Abdul Kui Olalekan. He's the one that shared this. When you read on, he said this agenda is to clear Islam even more paramount in the Muslim majority state of Oyo and Osun. Governor Makinde is hell-bent on removing even the smallest trace of Islam in Oyo. So they are thinking that they want to remove Islam, or they want to uproot Islam from the Southwest. Nobody is uprooting Islam from the Southwest. Let me tell you. His recent insistence that Muslims do not have the right to practice their religion, Sharia, is a violation of the Nigeria Constitution. My brother, he did not say that Muslims do not have the right. He said if the law allows it, you can't go on. But if the law does not allow it, you cannot go on. The people are the law. The people are rejecting. Even Muslims are rejecting you bringing in Sharia. But you are bringing all sorts of conspiracies just to make sure that there's trouble in the Southwest. You will not succeed. The restructuring that Tinubu is bringing, whoever that is sponsoring anything from anywhere to make sure that there's chaos and crisis in the Southwest, we know that if it has to do with jihadism, fundamentalism, it's always from the north. It is always from the north. That is how the grandson of Uthman Danfodio invaded Osogbo. They used all those manipulative tactics and invaded, I think in 1840 something. They invaded Osogbo, but Ibadan warriors were the ones that kicked them out. If they had succeeded, Osogbo, Osun State, would be like Ilorin. In Ilorin, you say they shouldn't practice Ishishe festival, a traditional festival. How do you identify a Yoruba man? How do you identify an Igbo man? How do you identify a Hausa man? if not by its culture? Do you want to erase the identity of these people because you are practicing religion? You ban Isheshe's festival in Kwara State. It caused big time issue. Somebody, because he burned the Quran, is in custody. And these guys are bragging about it. Yorubas will not lose their culture and tradition. Of course, Igbos will not lose their culture and tradition. The whites tried it, but they could not erase it. It is not one Arab culture and tradition that you now turn to religion. You bring it into Nigeria and you want people to lose their sense of belonging. I'm an Igbo man. If you look at my dress, it is in alignment with my culture, not anybody's religion. It's not religion. A Yoruba man's dress is in alignment with his culture. His language is in alignment with his culture. The Hausa man so is the Hausa man. Then why are people hell-bent on bringing issues where there are no issues? So the issue is about the new Alaafin of Oyo, appointed by the governor of Oyo State, Makinde. So it has become an issue. So these Islamic Southwest Yoruba fundamentalists are against it, saying that he's a Christian, that they don't want Christians, that it is a Muslim that is supposed to occupy that position. So Christians are not supposed to, I don't understand. He's a Muslim. Now they are making threats. I will read on. They are making threats. We will mobilize Muslims in 2027 to make sure that Muslims vote for Muslims and Christians vote for Christians. No Christians will ever rule the Muslim majority states of Osun, Oyo, and Lagos. Yoruba Muslims must be free. I assure you, not even a Christian councillor, chairman, rep, or senate will come out again from Muslim majority domains. We must do everything to recover our thrones. Giving to Pentecostal Christians, enough is enough. We are looking on how to restructure Nigeria. The North is angry. Now, they are using the weapon of religion to want to bring crisis in the Southwest so that the Southwest will be divided with religion. You people would not succeed. You see, one thing we need to understand is that the religion called Islam, anywhere it finds its root, it always wants to uproot every other thing concerning that. You want to uproot your identity as a person, you want to uproot your culture as a person, you want to uproot your essence as a person belonging to that community. That's one thing Islam does. And these people, whether they know what they are doing. Because if you have almost all the governors in the Southwest as Christians, we had times that Muslims were governors. Nobody raised any issue. That you are raising an issue. You are raising an issue that where there's no issue at all. Okay, let's move on. Look at reactions. Muiwas on Twitter says, some Islamic individuals have transformed the stool of Alaafin into a religious platform. It is unimaginable. We have numerous issues to address in Yoruba land. Now, extremist elements have infiltrated our society. They have been crying all day. Why they call traditionalists Elebo? I didn't mention that very well. I'm not that proficient. Now, Inspired Mindset also said, bro, it is unimaginable. The stool of Alaafin is neither Arabic, Islam, nor Christian. It's either an Arabic, Islam, or Christian throne. I can't believe what I'm reading on this app. It's disheartening. Alaafin Oni, Oba, Alake Awujale, Deji, and so on are all associated with Yoruba religion, culture, and tradition. Then the same Muiwa also says, it's a wake-up call for all of us to chase out outsiders with ulterior motives in our land. They are land grabbers with powerful sponsors hiding behind religion. They have no solution or helpful ideas to make our land great. These are the reactions. I picked this. This is what I pick. That Whether it is Alaafin, Oni, Oba, Owa, Alake, Awujale, Deji, and so on, they are all associated with Yoruba religion, culture, and traditions. So anybody that is going to be sponsored by any Fulani or Arab Islamic fundamentalism, because I've told you that these Fulanis are not playing, no. They will do what they can. That's why I pity for the Northerners and the Middle Belt. I don't know how they are going to do it. I don't know. I'm just confused how they are going to liberate themselves from the claws of these Fulani guys. Tinubu, reasons why we are supporting Tinubu is that restructuring. The grip of Fulani that is stopping the development of Nigeria. That grip needs to be cut off. That hand needs to be cut off so that Nigeria will move forward. I believe that he will win that war of restructuring when he starts with the tax bill, and at that time you go see restructuring. Tax bill. Then when he enters second term, he go finish everything. The second term is the finishing touch of the restructuring. The Northerners are coming together. SDP, El-Rufai, Al-Mustafa, and Kwakwaso. Atiku is behind. Big Brother is behind. They are coming together. They want to stop Tinubu by all means. Somebody says El-Rufai is so intelligent, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what they are cooking. I don't know whether El-Rufai has joined any party. But the speculations is showing that the North want to come together to make sure that Tinubu becomes a one-term president, because they see the restructuring that is doing as unfavorable to the North. The 6 geopolitical zones that we are having colleges of aviation, Northern politicians are saying that it has consequences. The North, they're angry with all those restructuring that it has consequences. When we start doing census, when we are able to separate the wheat from the chaff, then you know that all these things these people are doing is just making mouth. They are just blabbing. Tinubu should find a way to unite the South. If you can release a Nnamdi Kanu to the Southeasterners so that peace can be restored. If you can release a Nnamdi Kanu, some politicians in the South have said, we are going to stand shorty for him, release him. You are going to appease not only the Southeast, the South also. If the South come together and the Middle Belt join the South, like I advocated for the last time, these guys are not going to come and start bragging their shoulder and start threatening everybody at any point in time. I've said it, everybody has their own agenda. But the agenda of the Fulani is just to dominate everybody by fire, by force. By fire, they call themselves conquerors, something conquerors. You go from one place to conquer. In this 21st century, no, it will not happen. Don't allow them take over your traditional institutions. Don't allow them enter that stool. Don't allow extremists. I'm not talking Muslims. A Muslim can be the Alaafin of Oyo. Don't allow extremists take over your traditional stool, because that is how they take control. That is how they come and take over a place. I've told you, Christianity, how do Christians win other people to their religion? Evangelism. How do they do evangelism? They preach in the bus, they go to hospitals, they go to guest houses, hotels, they go to prisons, they have a conversation with you with love and respect. They preach to you, they pray for you, they show you love. Some people are even converted with the lifestyle of Christians. They go for evangelisms where they organize programs, seminars and everything. Then they talk to you, they have to engage you and convince you. But how does Islam or the Muslim convert people? One is what is going to happen in Oyo State now. If these guys, fundamentalists, lay hold of the Oyo stool, they will start enacting laws. Look at what this guy said, that 2007 they are going to mobilize themselves. That is how they come and they pray over a place. Okay, you are 70% in the Southwest. Who gave you that information? Who gave you that census? That 70% of Muslims are in the Southwest. Where I used to live, you seldom, you said, are you telling me that when you do the population census in the southwest, 70%, you don't know what you're saying? It might be in Osun or in Ibadan, but Lagos has most population. And when you're talking about voting, you talk about people of other tribes. If Lagos is 20 million, other tribes will make them have that voting strength. In Ogun State also. So you can't come and tell people that the Muslims have 70%. So you are using that. So they use political power. They use small, quiet. Like what they did in the UK. They do quiet. Enter a place, take over one room, from 1 room, 2 room, 2 room, 3 room, 3 room, an estate, a community. They start pushing for rights. We have plenty Muslims here. All right, you've given them small rights, they occupy. They start going jihad, full jihad, force. That's how they convert people to themselves. And they are also diabolical. So if Muslims have been occupying the Alaafin of Oyo State, why is it a problem? I don't think it's typical of the Yoruba people. Now when they don't follow this Fulani, drink some water, do some things, when they don't influence them one or two kind of things, that's when they'll be behaving like this. I don't know when all these things started. I don't know how it's come about. I don't know. But the Alaafin of Oyo remains the Alaafin of Oyo. Nobody is going to remove the Alaafin of Oyo. The governor is there, have said. The chief security officer of the state have appointed. No matter what the Oyomesi are saying at this point in time, the chief security officer, look at what happened to, I think it is still in Ibadan, Olubadan, with the last governor. Look at what happened with the last governor. You know that the governor has the power. So thank God we have a new Alaafin of Oyo, and the stool should be get rid of fundamentalists. Any which way you want to use and bring Sharia into, look at Olu of Iwo, look at what he's talking about Sharia. That's the influence of a king. So if they take over Olu of Iwo is supporting Sharia, bring Sharia. Alaafin of Oyo will say bring Sharia. Ibadan will say bring Sharia. And it will become a common practice. And the localities will bring it. Yes. That's how they will come in after taking over your stool. Let us be vigilant. These Fulanis are fighting back. Restructuring is a must. We want progress for the peoples. Whether you are Fulani, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. Progress. Not some few politicians with ulterior motives. No. We want progress for this country. Everybody restructure and everybody regionalism, find ways of bettering your space and let everybody shine brighter.